Hello everyone, myself Devesh Kumar Shukla. Once again I am here with class 12 physical education and chapter sports and nutrition. And today's my topic is components of diet. But before starting my video, I would like to remind you, do not forget to subscribe our school channel and click bell icon for getting all notifications. Now come to our today's topic, which is component of diet. Component of diet is divided in two parts: nutritive components of diet and non-nutritive components of diets. So our first topic is nutritive components of diet. Nutritive components of diet is also divided in two parts: macronutrients and micronutrients. So first I will explain you all macronutrients. Why it is known as macronutrients? Because it is present in a high ratio in our diet, means it requires in a large quantity. That's why it is known as macronutrients. And macronutrients are carbohydrates, protein, fats and water. And now I am going to explain first nutrient, which is carbohydrates. Carbohydrate is a combination of carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. It is a organic compound. Basically, carbohydrate is two types: simple carbohydrates and complex carbohydrates. Simple carbohydrates is having simple small chemical chain. That's why it is known as simple carbohydrates. And simple carbohydrates are sweet in taste, crystalline and water soluble. And these are glucose, fructose, galactose, maltose and lactose. Now come to complex carbohydrates. Complex carbohydrate is having a complex chemical chain. That's why it is known as complex carbohydrates. These are non-soluble in water, even not sweet in taste, and these complex carbohydrates are starch, glycogen and cellulose. The main work of carbohydrate is to provide energy to our body. Providing energy to our body is the main work of carbohydrate. Now I will tell you what is the role of carbohydrate when we will take it in excess quantity. Means when we take carbohydrates in excess quantity, then what effect will come on our body? When we take carbohydrates in excess amount, then it change into fats and after some time convert in fatty tissues. Now lack of carbohydrates means deficiency of carbohydrates. When we take carbohydrates in less amount or lack of carbohydrates, it reduces the body weight. Person becomes lean and thin, the skin becomes loose and wrinkles start appearing on face. Now I will tell you what are the sources of carbohydrates. Generally carbohydrates found in rice, jowar, bajra, potato, banana, sugar and etc. Now our second macronutrient is protein. First, I will tell you what is protein. Protein is a combination of carbon, hydrogen, oxygen and nitrogen. It is also known as amino acids. There are 23 amino acids. Out of these, 9 amino acids must be present in our diets. Means 23 amino acids are present. Out of these 23 amino acids, 9 amino acids must be present in our diet. According to source of protein, it is divided into two parts: animal protein and second one is vegetable protein. Now, work of protein. Mainly protein is responsible for the growth of cells, or you can say it is responsible for physical growth of our body. It also repairs our body cells. Now, what is the role of protein when we take in excess amount and when we take it in a less amount? Means deficiency of protein. Now, first, excess. When we take protein in excess amount, it may damage our kidney or liver. Or you can say, when protein we used to take in excess amount, then it creates a problem in our kidney and liver. And when we take in a less amount, then it may cause marasm, which is known as lack of strength, and it may cause kwashiorkor. This is a problem of this problem used to come in children. It is related with the growth of children. Now, I will tell you sources of protein. As I already told you, it is two types: animal protein and vegetable proteins. So sources are also same. In animal protein, like animal protein are present in eggs, milk products, meat and fish, and even egg is a main source of protein. Now, for vegetable protein, the sources are beans, soybean, mustard oil, nuts, groundnuts and dry foods. Now, come to our next third macronutrients, which is fat. Fats contain carbon, oxygen and hydrogen. Fats are classified according to their structure. There are 3 different group of fats in our diet, which are saturated fat, polysaturated fat and monounsaturated fat. Out of these 3 fats, the polysaturated fat and monosaturated fats help in lowering the blood cholesterol. But intake of saturated fat, now this is very important point. Intake of saturated fats increase the chances of heart diseases due to the increase of cholesterol in the blood. Such fats are found in fast foods, pastries and biscuits. Now, the main work of fats. Mainly, fats provide heat and energy to our body and protect the body from the extreme effects of hot and cold climates. Now, what is the what are the sources of fats? Sources are ghee, butter, cheese, curd, dry foods, sweet potato, cotton seeds, etc. These all are the sources of fats. Now come to our next and last macronutrient, which is water. Water is a compound which made up by hydrogen and oxygen, and the ratio of hydrogen and oxygen is 2:1. Our blood also contains 90% of water. Water mainly helps in the transportation of nutrients to the cell of our body. Means the main work of water is a transportation of nutrients to the cell of our body. It is also important for exertion of waste products, and water also regulates the body temperature. Now I think nutrients are clear to all. Now I am going to our next topic, which is micronutrients. Micronutrient means the nutrients which are required in a very less quantity, known as micronutrients, and these nutrients are vitamins and minerals. First I will explain to you all vitamins. Vitamins are chemicals which are required in very small quantity to keep our body healthy. If a particular vitamin is not present in our diet, very important point, I am repeating once again, if a particular vitamins is not present in our diet, it may causes deficiency diseases. There are two groups of vitamins: fat soluble vitamins and water soluble vitamins. Fat soluble vitamins means vitamins those who are soluble in fat is known as fat soluble vitamins, and these vitamins are vitamin A, vitamin D, vitamin E and vitamin K. Now I am going to explain what disease may come in the deficiency of these vitamins and what are the sources of these vitamins. So first vitamin A, its deficiency causes night blindness, and sources of vitamin A are egg yolk, milk product, mango and papaya. Now next vitamin is vitamin D. Deficiency causes rickets and osteoporosis. Osteoporosis is related with the problem with it. This problem is related with the bones, and sources of vitamin D are sun rays. Sun rays is the best source for vitamin D. It is also present in butter and fish. Now vitamin E. Vitamin E deficiency causes genetic disorders, and sources are green vegetables and fresh fruits. Fresh fruits and green vegetables are good source of vitamin E. Next vitamin is vitamin K. Deficiency causes anemia, and sources are tomato, potato, sunbeams and etc. Now water soluble vitamins. Water soluble vitamins means vitamins those who are soluble in water is known as are known as water soluble vitamins, and these vitamins are vitamin B and vitamin C. Vitamin C, also known as vitamin B complex. Vitamin B complex contains vitamin B1, vitamin B2, vitamin B3, vitamin B5, vitamin B6, vitamin B9 and vitamin B12. Means altogether vitamin B complex contains 7 different vitamins. And vitamin B complex deficiency causes depression, vomiting, stomach, anemia, fatigue, constipation and many other problems. Now vitamin C also known as ascorbic acid deficiency causes scurvy problem, and fresh foods are main source of vitamin C. Now come to our next micronutrient, which is minerals. Minerals, about 4% of our body weight. I'm repeating once again, about 4% of our body weight is made of by minerals. Minerals are classified in two parts, which is macro minerals and micro minerals. Now I am going to tell you which elements are come in macro minerals and which elements are come in micro minerals. In macro minerals, calcium, potassium, sodium, magnesium and phosphorus, these all elements are come under macro minerals, and iodine, iron, chromium, copper and cobalt, these all elements come under micro minerals. Minerals are mainly used by our body for transmission of nerves, transmission of nerve impulse. I am repeating once again, minerals are mainly used by our body for transmission of nerve impulse. It also maintain our heartbeats and require for the formation of hormones. Now sources of minerals. So sources of minerals are fresh fruits and milk products. So fresh fruit and leafy foods are main source of minerals. Now our nutritive components of diet topic is covered. Coming to the next topic, which is non-nutritive component of diet. Non-nutritive component of diet are those components that do not provide energy, or you can say non-nutritive component of diet are those components which are not provide any kind of energy or calorie to our body, and these are fibers, rough rays, flavor compounds, color compounds and plant compounds. And sources are fruits, milk, etc. Now I think component of diet topic is clear to you all. So for today our topic is complete. I completed today's topic. Very soon I will come with new topic, which is healthy body weight. I will explain in my next video. Now, thank you everyone for being a part of this video. Once again, thank you.